So it's been a minute since I last attended a gaming event, but I was pleasantly surprised to get the opportunity, via our friends at Impact Over Numbers, to be a part of a virtual preview event for the upcoming Far Cry 6. The title was meant to be released back in February, but due to the global pandemic it has seen multiple delays and we hadn't really seen too much of it. Let's dive into what Ubisoft showed off and then I'll lay out my thoughts afterwards. Ubisoft described Far Cry 6 as their most ambitious open world project yet. You are located in Yara, isolated and frozen in time for over 50 years after war, on the verge of collapse. It is here that we are introduced to its leader, Anton Castillo, who desperately wants to return Yara to the glory of its prime days. But to achieve his dream, he has clamped down on the people's freedoms, cast out those who speak against him into forced labour, and has oppressed the people he rules over. It's our job to take him down, as main character Danny Rojas, a young military dropout who wants to get out of Yara. But after coming face to face with Anton's brutality, you're convinced to start a revolution and take him down, finding a purpose in becoming a guerrilla fighter. You will work alongside Clara Garcia, leader of Libertad, the rebellion faction who wants to take back Yara, as well as Juan Cortez, guerrilla master who had helped build Libertad from the ground up. He is a master of invention and architect of the revolution. Let's talk a little bit more about Yara. Yara is the biggest open world ever in Far Cry. Ubisoft says it feels it's like an entire country and not just a region, headed up by the capital city of Esperanza. It's a living, breathing world with secret paths throughout for guerrilla fighters. There are a vast array of vehicles available for land, sea and air, giving you heaps of choice to explore Yara. You can also holster your weapons so you can interact with the world without being spotted as an enemy. However, it's not as simple as just traversing. There are checkpoints scattered around Yara controlled by Anton Castillo, which you need to avoid. Anton also has cannons monitoring the skies, which shoot down anyone unauthorized, so you'll need to destroy them to travel freely by air. FND bases are all around the country, which were former public buildings. Capture them back to reclaim what was once the people's. You then have guerrilla camps, which act as a hub for your character and are a completely safe space. It's here that you'll learn about guerrilla fantasy, how to make your enemies feel like there is 100 of you when there is only one. You'll also learn all about resolver philosophy. It is used when thinking about weapons and vehicles, making what you need with what you have, and inflicting maximum chaos with those tools. Ubisoft wants to empower players to create meaningful gear. You can spec for whatever style of play you decide, whether you want to tank heavy damage or go for a more stealth approach. There are 49 military grade weapons to choose from, which are fully customizable, and then you have resolver weapons. You can create all sorts of weapons, ranging from nail guns or machine guns that are powered by car engines. You've then got Supremos. These look like backpacks, but can be activated to unleash a devastating special ability. For example, the Exterminador, which will blow up any reinforcement within a certain range. As well as all these tools, you'll also get little things like throwing knives, healing syringes, and EMP grenades to disable electronics around, filling out your arsenal. As you progress and pick up new pieces of armor, you'll get perks that are tied to the armor, allowing for even greater customization for your builds. As an example, some helmets will give you added targeting for your weapons. Now we have guerrilla rides, which are customizable cars. You can truly make them your own and as deadly as you want, further tying into the theme of customization that seems to be at the backbone of Far Cry 6. Finally, the last thing that we were shown were our amigos. You can choose between Guapo, the crocodile, and Chorizo, the miniature Dachshund. Your amigos will help you in combat situations as well. Guapo can straight up devour humans, whereas Chorizo is all about lulling your enemies into a false sense of security while you do the damage. Far Cry 6 wants to give players more tools than ever before to live up to the resolver philosophy we spoke about earlier. Right, let's get down to my brief thoughts on it all. In short, it looks incredibly promising. We have an almost entirely customizable game, from your weapons, clothes, vehicles, and even sidekicks. Which means we have a game that really allows you to choose how you play it. How you travel, how you take down or just straight up avoid enemies, and how you reclaim Yara. It's a really exciting prospect to see how it all comes together. Yara itself really does look impressive, and I'm keen to see just how alive the world really is. Ubisoft's claims are big and bold, and if they can live up to them, then I truly believe players are going to be really pleased with the results. Plus, as an owner of a miniature Dachshund in real life, Chorizo alone makes this game a must-buy for me. I mean, just look at him. Ubisoft are attempting something really ambitious and competing with the likes of Rockstar for the biggest, baddest open world around. They're giving us as much customization as anyone could ever want, and a story and characters that I feel I can genuinely invest in. I cannot wait to see the final product for Far Cry 6. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a like and subscribe to Next Gen Base for more content just like this. We'll catch you next time.